Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing so well. If you're new here, my name is Nadisha. Happy Sunday. So listen, I want to talk about what it means to do God's will and the oppositions you may face when you're doing his will. All right, so this is going to be based on the story of Nehemiah, right? So Nehemiah 6, right? So basically God told Nehemiah to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem, right? So he's doing his thing, he's building the wall of Jerusalem, and then clearly he's faced with many oppositions. So they sent messengers to him with the message, and one of the message was, come let us meet together in one of the villages on the plain of Oh No. Okay, so basically they wanted to meet Nehemiah, so they wanted him to leave what he was doing, okay, and they wanted to meet with him. First of all, guys, if somebody asks you to meet them at a place called Oh No, it's a no. It's a no. Never meet someone at a place called Oh No, all right? So, and it says it right here, but they were scheming to harm me, okay? So, listen, you need to understand that when you're in the will of God, the enemy is right there ready to harm you. And as you're in your lane, if you may, the enemy will try to lure you down, because he's building a wall and they're trying to lure him down. Okay, and it says, I am carrying on a great project and I cannot go down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and go down with you? Okay, listen, I don't know about you, but that's confidence. That is confidence. You know, we need to get to a place where we can confidently say that to people. Like, because as you're doing God's will, you need to understand that the enemy luring you down from your purpose, luring you down from what you're called to do, is not going to look enemy-like. It may look like, let me give you an example. So God called you to do a business over there, okay? And then somebody asks you, hey, listen, I'm starting this new business. Hey, do you want to partner with me? Do you want to start this with me? And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad idea, but you know that you're called for that thing over there. Okay. And yes. And so you don't want to leave your thing, because if you were to go with this person, you might have to leave what God had asked you to do, and you don't want to do that. So that's a way that the enemy will distract you. Okay, that's a distraction. So he will use whatever he can to take your eyes from the will of God, for your life. Okay, anything to distract you, anything to lure you away from what you're supposed to be doing. So that's why it is mandatory to stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Don't worry about what Tom, Dick, and Harry is doing over there. You are called to do that thing over there, and that is your job. That is what you're called to do, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. Anyways, so yeah, you need to understand that as you are in the will of God, the enemy is going to try to distract you and try to get you to stop. The enemy did not want the walls of Jerusalem to be rebuilt, okay? Because with the wall being down, that means like bandits and criminals can just walk over, okay, and disrupt the city, okay? Wild animals, anything, okay? The wall provides security for the people, and the enemies did not want that, okay? So that was the message that Nehemiah sent back to the people, that no, I'm doing a good work up here and I'm not coming down to meet with you. See, he had to use some discernment and he had to use godly wisdom, okay? And it says right here, they came back 5 times. So you see, the enemy is not just gonna leave you alone. He made some attempts one time and you turn him down, he's gonna keep coming. They 5 times. Okay, they start threatening him. They start saying all sorts of stuff to him, okay? And he just kept replying back and saying, no, not gonna do it, not gonna work, okay? The enemy is relentless. The enemy is not going to give up until what you're doing is completed, okay? But as you're completing that task, you need to understand that you will face many oppositions, okay? You need to stand firm, and that's why it's mandatory to write down your whys. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Okay, to remind you of why you're doing it, because the enemy will try to mess with your mind. Oh, why are you doing that? Why did you start that? You know, because when the warfare comes, because it will come, you're going to want to give up. You're going to want to throw in the towel. You're going to want to turn your back on that thing that God had asked you to do. Okay, so you need to know why you're doing what you're doing. Okay, and be like Nehemiah. Put away every distraction. Anything that the enemy sends your way to distract you, it's a no. Turn down. If your one job is to focus on that thing that God told you to do, turn down every other offer, because not every good thing is a God thing. Not every good thing is a God thing, and there's a season, there's a time and a place, and there's a season for everything. Okay, so I'm telling you, we need to really learn to be like Nehemiah. I'm doing a great work and I'm not coming down. I'm doing a great work and I'm not coming down. Talk about staying in your lane. I don't care what you're over there doing. I don't care what you're selling. I don't care what business you're starting. I don't care how you're moving. I don't care about what you're doing. I'm doing what I'm called to do over here. I'm doing what I'm called to do over here. I'm doing a great work. I'm doing a great work. And I wish we can all just really confidently say that in the things that God had asked us to do, and not look to your neighbors and wonder, oh, what are they doing? Listen, man, I have never seen a bunch of people so competitive in my life. People are so competitive with each other. And it's because they don't know how to stay in their lane. They don't know, they just, see, without a vision, the people perish. They don't have a vision. So when people compete with you, it's because they lack vision. Because when you have a vision for your life and you know that you're in your purpose and you're in the perfect will of God, you're not competing with nobody. Because you don't care what Mr. and Mrs. over there is doing. It doesn't matter. You are doing a great work and you're not coming down. You know, so listen. So I say all that to say, when God tells you to do something, you will face many opposition, but nevertheless, complete the task that God asks you to do. Complete the task that He asks you to do. Ask God for wisdom. Ask Him for strength. Ask Him for endurance. Because yes, the enemy will come after you and he will send people to get information from you and to monitor you and all that. Yeah, the enemy is definitely on the prowl, okay? But complete that which you have started. Because, you know, another thing what the wall represented that God is still alive. The wall represented that Nehemiah is hearing from the Lord. Think about it. This man just came out of nowhere and decided to build a wall. The wall represented that God isn't dead. He's alive. That was one of the reasons. That was another thing that the wall represented. And then the people around, the enemies, the wall was a way to show God's glory. The wall was another way to show God's glory and to show that God is still alive. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and God bless.